Hey guys, so I was given the question, why is it financially important to protect the name Walt Disney, even though it does not appear as a line item on a balance sheet? Um, I really thought this was important because Walt Disney is one of the most notable brands in the world, and if you were asked anyone around the world, um, what does the Mickey ears represent, or what does that Magic Kingdom castle represent, they're going to say Disney. And the size of Disney in comparison to other companies is like Nike, McDonald's, and Apple, etc. on those companies. These are all notable brands. When you can look at an emblem and know exactly what a company is, or it's what it's trying to sell, or the products it does, um, that's where it really gets to the point where you're making money based off people just knowing your name. And if you look at a brand like Nike or a brand like Apple, Nike has the swoosh, Apple has the apple right here. Whenever you see those things, you know, okay, that's Apple, that's Nike. Well, if you take both those things away, it's just like taking the Walt Disney name away from the parks. You lose all that credibility, the brand recognition, all that. It all goes away. And one big thing as well is people will pay a premium for having Disney stuff. The Walt Disney name on a shirt, on a sweatshirt, on a mug, on a baseball. I know when I went to Disney, I paid like $20 for a Walt Disney baseball because I was a huge baseball fan when I went. So people are always going to pay that if the Walt Disney name's on that. And losing that, again, you would lose so much brand recognition, um, accountability with your guests, and kind of your product would go down dramatically because you wouldn't have that clientele that's like, oh, it's Walt Disney. Like you can go to any theme park. I could go to Six Flags, but there's nothing like Walt Disney World. And I feel like that's one huge reason you need to keep the name Walt Disney. And then another thing is also the publicity that comes from having that Walt Disney name. I mean, whenever you watch the Super Bowl and at the end of the game, the winning quarterback is doing his interview and they ask him where he's going to go, and he usually has his kid in his hand. He's like, I'm going to Disney World. That's free publicity that you're getting because of the name Walt Disney. And I mean, even buying ESPN, when they bought ESPN, it created a new market that they could hit of avid sports watchers that really get into the whole Disney thing with their children. So that really expanded their brand. And then moving into other countries, you need to keep that name because somebody in Tokyo may just think, oh, it's another theme park. Or in France, oh, it's another theme park. But no, it's Walt Disney World. And that's what sets them apart from so many other companies. As well, a really good publicity thing that Walt Disney does is Make-A-Wish Kids. Make-A-Wish Kids keep a lot of what Disney does going because so many people want to go there as a young child. I know when I was younger, I'd love to go there. And it's free publicity for them because they've created such an experience and such a sense of hospitality at Disney that anybody wants to go there. And kids that are facing death-defying issues are wanting to go to Walt Disney World. And I mean, they could be like, yeah, again, I want to go to Six Flags or something like that. But no, they're choosing Walt Disney World because of the name, because of the physique that's around Disney. And I feel like that is something that Disney really needs to, like, I feel like they definitely understand that, but they definitely need to make sure that Walt Disney is always a part of that name because even reading our first book that we read, it wouldn't have been done without Walt or his brother. So I feel like that is something that's really important in keeping that brand recognition of Disney.